Okay, so looking at reverse worm guard. Okay, so again, Dave's playing this worm guard scenario. We looked at this, the reverse style of worm guard, from once Dave makes his grip, it's a battle of him getting his knee line over mine. Probably the best way is for him to make a grip on the collar and pull himself up and punch this through. So now his right knee is over the top of my knee. The go-to sweep from there is just the inversion and coming around, and he takes me over and he's up on the top. We covered that in another vid. Obviously the pass, if he's pulled himself up in that position, is the reverse stack pass. Let's just recap on that. So anytime Dave is playing lapel, he switches to ringworm guard. Doesn't go to worm, but goes to reverse style worm, where his hand comes between the back of his hamstring and my shin. Now, the minute he makes the grip on the collar and pulls himself up to here, free stay there, all I'm going to do is my right hand just comes through that space, finds the far lapel. My left hand pushes the far leg. I push it towards the mat, and I just run around his head, win the cross face, and now he just sprawl to break open that lapel grip, and now I've passed the guard. Not going into any details on that, there's a separate vid on it. That will be your go-to pass, the reverse stack pass, if he's in a full inversion on the reverse style of worm guard. But before he gets there, a little bit like squid guard, let's look at some escapes where I can unwrap my foot, okay? So, he's playing lapel guard, he's in a stirrup position, he transitions to ringworm guard. And again, I've covered individual passes for that, but he's actually made the reverse style of worm guard grip. He hasn't made the grip to pull himself up yet. So the first thing we're looking for is option one. Is his arm bent or is his arm straight? If his arm is bent and there's slight space here, I'm going to grab the collar, I'm going to grab the knee, and I'll use my knee to push Dave's knee this way. And the detail is, as I lift my foot, I want my foot straight. So now, as it comes out, I'm coming over and I'm working the cradle pass. Knee comes in, win the underhook, replace. Let's just get another angle on that. Here we go. That's option one. So David's in stirrup position, he switches to ringworm guard, and then goes to reverse style worm, but he hasn't inverted yet. I'm looking to see, is his arm bent? Now the worst thing I can do is, again this is Keenan Cornelius's details, when I make that grip and I'm here, if I try to free my leg by physically bending my leg, Dave can bring his elbow down to the end of my foot, and now I pull on the collar, puts me down and he's on top. This nearly turning it into an ankle pick. So I need to make sure that if I'm trying to unravel my foot, I have to do it with a straight leg. So we're in the position. He transitions to ringworm guard and switches to reverse style of worm. I'm going to make a grip on the collar, grip on the pants. If there's a bend in the arm, I can possibly remove my foot from standing. Okay, so I can make the grip, get my knee on the outside of Dave's, push, posture, and my foot's coming up and out. Okay, immediately I'm running this way, dropping to make the wedge behind his head. Knee comes in, on the underhook, replace. But good players will keep that arm stiff, which means it would be practically impossible to unravel your foot from standing. So we can bail till our ass, but we're going to immediately go straight into the cradle again. So we're playing the same position. Dave comes down, there's the grip switches, and he's there. Hard to see this visually, but this time his arm wasn't bent. He's locked his arm straight, which means his forearm is tight to his own hamstring. There's just no way I'm going to my right leg cutting into that space, not from this angle. All I'm going to do from that position is sit back onto my ass to here. Already my foot's coming out straight and I'm turning my toes towards David. Again, from there I can use my free leg to start pushing on this to create a little bit of space, to dig my heel in. It's just like foot fighting until I free that. The minute I do, I make that grip and we're back into or cradle pass. Let's just get another angle on that, bro. Just on this side, perfect. Let's turn this way, perfect. So, Dave's going from lapel to ringworm guard. Once he has that reverse to a worm guard, if this arm is straight and his forearm is tight to the leg, and I have to remove my leg with a straight leg, I can't bend my knee or he's going to take me down. So again, I just make a grip on the collar and sit back. Again, as I sit back, I'm turning my toes inside and I'm using my other leg to create a little bit of space. And it's just about, releasing my heel. If Dave's pinching, I have to push and get my heel on the inside. The second I get my heel on the inside, I'm not staying here long. I'm building a base to my knees, finding that collar, coming across, knee comes in, when the underhook, and now we've passed. So that would be the go-to pass on reverse style of worm before he actually gets into the inversion.